Hi everyone, this is Lavina from Sovereign Soul Coach, and in this video I'm going to do an intuitive reading for you and some channeling. And I wanted this video just to be like a casual video where I'm just like relaxing and sharing the nudges that I have been getting, the intuitive nudges. So what I felt was that I connected with a part of you that is feeling lonely. So it is longing to connect. However, it still feels unsafe in the presence of connections. Like the first thing that I want to say to this part of you, and it would be amazing that you can say to this part of yourself as well, that I see you, I hear you, I feel you, and I know you're valid in feeling to connect. However, for like whatever valid reason you have been feeling like really unsafe to connect, so probably like that's what your experience has been in the past. So I just want to let you know that I love you as you are, and we will be okay. So it's really important. So because sometimes what happens is that we sometimes, like we force ourselves to connect, judging this part of us that does not want to connect. However, it's feeling lonely. So we kind of like force ourselves to like connect with people. So it's just a reminder for us to like not to like force any of the part of ourselves, and listen to it and just like make it feel safe, because it's whatever it's asking, or whatever it's feeling like, it's a really valid thing to feel, right? Because it has gone through it. So it's important that we, without judging this part, that hey, like why am I like this, and why do I like feel unsafe to connect, and why do I like I want to go out but I don't want to like talk to people or connect, or so what is it? So it's about like just saying to this part that hey, like I know that you feel unsafe, so I just want to let you know that I will do anything to make sure that you are safe. And also like what's coming up is that like one of the reasons that this part feels unsafe is the fact that it was not able to make a wise discernment of connecting with certain people, right? And there were like certain actions probably that you took, or you responded in a way that wasn't that created like some kind of unsafety, or some kind of like an unpleasant experience. So yeah, so like this part is just, so like the part of you now, which is, because like we are in every moment, we are a new person, right? In every moment we have the choice to identify as like a new person, whoever we want to be. So every moment is a new moment, and there's like so much that we are learning as well. So I just want to say to this part of you that hey, like know that you have now grown and you have had so much experience, that there's a part of you that has learned and is learning even more about wise discernment, of discerning, okay, is this person right for me? Is this person someone who creates like a non-judgmental space for me to be who I really am? Like, do I have to wear some kind of a mask around this person? So like these are the things that we can basically let the part of us that feels unsafe know that I have over the time developed this wise discernment, and I'm not going to rush into creating connections, because yes, I see that you are feeling vacant and lonely, but I just want to make sure that this vacancy that you are feeling in your life is at least filled with peace of each of like our parts being there for this part. Like the first thing that we want to do is basically create this safety for this part within ourselves. So that could be our first focus, which is and this is what we are doing through this whole conversation, which is creating safety for this part of us within ourselves. So even if we feel empty of not having like it's one of the most basic requirement of being a human, right? Like we need like connections, we need people to connect with. That's the most basic human need. So yes, so there is currently a vacancy, or there is like currently a space to be filled for in my life for other people to come in, but I don't want to rush into it, and I will be taking my time. So I want to make sure, like you're saying to this part of yourself, that hey, like I want to make sure that I see you, I feel you, I hear you, and you are safe, and you are like with us, like all your different parts, who has now developed wise discernment, who is not rushing this part, who is not judging this part anymore. So we are kind of like creating peace within like different parts of ourselves. So for example, so that like this part at least starts feeling safe and loved for who it really is, as is, without the other parts needing it to change. That, hey, like, you have to, no, you have to be social, you have to go out in the world and like do all sorts of things. So yeah, so like creating inner peace is what's coming up in this moment, and not rushing or forcing any of our part. And it basically like how like so and also like the most important thing is like you feel like real emotions for this part of yourself. So you can consider this part like and have like real emotions, just like feel into, oh my god, like just imagine what this part has gone through, right? Like really. And it's like, oh my god, like I know that you have gone through so much, which is the reason why you feel unsafe. And like you're really feeling like love and compassion for this part of yourself, like really like feeling the emotions that, hey, like I want to keep you safe, like I don't want you to go out, be social. Whereas like most of the time what we end up doing is unconsciously forcing ourselves out, right? So having like this kind of beautiful emotions, like real emotions, authentic emotions, for how you would feel like if someone has gone through so much and they're feeling unsafe of connecting. However, there is still like a longing to connect. You could see like, oh my god, like they do need connection, because that's the most basic human need. So yeah, so like that's basically the message is coming out. And I think it's basically like this whole process kind of leads us to loving ourselves, having like that real emotions and understanding and seeing, feeling, hearing like these parts of ourselves, and feeling like a lot of love for them, right? Like how you would feel for someone you love in your life. So exactly like that. And like what I'm being reminded of is a time when I used to really force myself to like speak up. For example, I think I've shared that in social media as well, that there was like one of the days in my office, someone was being really mean to me and I couldn't speak anything. I couldn't say anything to that person. And I was like, in that moment, I was like, oh my god, like why can't I like speak in the moment and create boundaries and like speak like what's wrong with me and all that sort of stuff. And then within that moment, for some reason, I just was like, oh my god, no, like I'm sorry, like I just felt like so much love for this part, and I was like, no, like it's okay, like it's okay if you didn't speak up, it's okay, like I love you as you are. Like, so I had this like beautiful moment that I still can't forget, of like making, like having so much love for this part that I was actually judging that, oh my god, like what's wrong, why can't I speak up? I had been working for almost 10 to 15 years like on expressing myself and making sure that no one like crosses my boundary and all that sort of stuff, and like why can't I speak up? So I just realized how like that part already felt unsafe with the comment someone made, and I made that part feel even more unsafe by abandoning it myself and by being so harsh on myself, right? Yeah, so in that moment I felt like so much love for this part, and that is what self-love is. So that is what this message is all about. So if there's a part of you that's feeling really lonely and it's longing for connection, then you just talk to this part and let it feel safe. And just like you can even like talk to this part as well and say that, hey, like I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe. Yeah, and see like how like the kind of shifts that brings that thing, that self-loving act brings into your life. And in this moment, we are not asking this part to change at all. Like we are not expecting this part that, hey, like I'll be self-loving for this period of time and it will change over time. No, like we're not expecting that. We are just being okay with as it is. And we are not rushing into anything. All we are doing is the connection that this part is actually longing for. We are providing this connection ourselves through different parts of us to this part. So it actually does feel connected, even if it feels unsafe, and for a reason it doesn't want to connect to people. It starts feeling safe, and it starts feeling being connected, and then that like longing kind of disappears. And then it does have like a lot of beautiful effects in your body, like in your environment. Like we start connecting to people as well who are loving towards us, who are not judging us, because we ourselves are not judging like the parts of us. So we start creating this beautiful community around us where we get people. It kind of like makes me really emotional as well, just feeling, just like having that community where we can just be like vulnerable and share everything that's coming up without being without feeling judged. And that all starts when we ourselves start that within us. We stop judging ourselves and we start experiencing like love for each and every part of us as is, without asking or expecting it to change. Yeah, so that was a quick video, and I hope you really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.